Have you ever looked around and noticed that people your age seem carefree and light while you feel older, more serious, or simply different inside? You might laugh with them, share the same jokes, or go to the same places. Yet something about you feels heavier, quieter, more thoughtful. It's not that your body is old, it's that your mind carries a kind of weariness, a sense of having seen and felt too much too soon. This feeling can be confusing because from the outside, nothing seems wrong. But inside, it feels like you've lived more life than your years should hold. People who feel older than their age often carry a depth that others don't. They see things clearly, understand emotions deeply, and feel a quiet kind of wisdom that seems to have arrived early. But that wisdom usually doesn't appear from nowhere. It often grows from experiences that demanded maturity too soon. When someone is exposed to emotional weight, pain, or responsibility early in life, it shapes how they see the world. They become thoughtful not because they wanted to, but because they had to. Many people who feel older inside were once children who had to grow up early. Maybe they were the responsible one, the caretaker, or the problem solver in their family. While others were free to play and make mistakes, they were learning to manage emotions, fix situations, or comfort adults who were struggling. They were learning stability in unstable places. And while that strength helped them survive, it also made them age emotionally faster than they should have. They learned to anticipate problems, to stay alert, and to take care of everyone else before themselves. That habit doesn't go away easily. When someone carries that kind of early responsibility, their nervous system adapts. They become alert, always scanning the world for what might go wrong. They notice tones, expressions, and silences that others miss. This ability becomes a form of protection, but it also creates exhaustion. Their body may be young, but their mind feels tired, as if it has been on duty for years. Even in safe environments, the body may remain tense, waiting for something bad to happen. The habit of guarding never turns off. Empathy plays a big role too. People who feel older than their age often have a heightened sensitivity to the emotions of others. They can sense sadness, tension, or fear even when no one says a word. This deep empathy is a gift, but it also means they absorb other people's pain. They carry more than their share, and over time that emotional weight makes the world feel heavier than it should. Empathy without boundaries can turn into exhaustion, and the constant awareness of others' emotions can make life feel emotionally crowded. Some people feel older not because of trauma, but because of awareness. They think deeply, question everything, and see through the surface of things. They understand the fragility of life, the impermanence of people, and the complexity of emotions. This awareness creates depth, but it can also create distance. When you see so much, it's hard to stay carefree. You start feeling like an observer among people who still live lightly. You may find it difficult to join in meaningless chatter or pretend to be interested in things that don't hold real value. That distance can feel lonely. This feeling can also bring isolation. When your thoughts, values, or emotional maturity don't align with the people around you, connection becomes harder. You crave real conversation, genuine emotion, and meaning. You want honesty, not noise. You want depth, not distraction. And when you can't find it, you pull back, choosing solitude over shallow company. It's not arrogance, it's self-preservation. Sometimes being alone feels more peaceful than trying to fit into a crowd that doesn't understand you. But feeling older than your age is not something broken or wrong. It's a reflection of how deeply you've experienced life. It means your mind noticed, your heart listened, and your soul learned early. That wisdom is rare, and it deserves gentleness, not guilt. You've developed a perspective that takes most people decades to reach. You see the world as it is, not as people pretend it to be. But the same awareness that makes you wise can also make you tired if you never allow yourself to rest. Still, you don't have to live tired. You're allowed to be wise and still find joy. You're allowed to laugh loudly, to play, to rest. Maturity doesn't mean seriousness forever. You can hold your depth and still let yourself feel young again. Being responsible doesn't mean carrying every burden. Sometimes it means knowing when to set one down. You can be grounded without being weighed down. You can know pain and still choose lightness. If you've always felt older than your years, remember that your soul learned quickly because it had to. But now you can choose to slow down. You can choose to breathe, to live at your own pace, to let yourself enjoy simple things again. The wisdom will always be there, but it doesn't have to weigh you down. You can keep the lessons and release the fear. You can still grow, still dream, still play. Feeling older than your age doesn't mean you've lost your youth. It means you've earned perspective, and now it's time to balance it with lightness. Take a moment to remind yourself that you are not behind or ahead. You are exactly where you are meant to be. The world may not always understand your depth, but it needs it. You bring calm to chaos, understanding to confusion, and reflection to noise. The world needs people like you, grounded, wise, and awake. If these words reached you at the right time, take a deep breath. You don't have to hold the whole world. You just have to be here. And if this message touched something inside you, subscribe to Murphy Mind, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to hear the same truth. That it is okay to feel older inside, but it's also okay to let yourself feel young again.